This is Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest. Let's talk records. It is January 1993 in St. Albans, Queens. Q-Tip heads to the basement of Five Dog's grandmother's house to record Tribe's next album. One that had to live up to their previous, which is already being hailed as one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. By now, A Tribe Called Quest had transformed hip-hop. First with People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm in 1990, then The Low-End Theory in 91. The latter, a jazz-soaked masterpiece that raised the bar for production and lyricism. But Midnight Marauders didn't just follow that blueprint. It expanded it. Q-Tip handled most of the production. He called it more precise than The Low-End Theory. Like a machine, but still able to groove and breathe. Warm, sample-heavy, dense yet clear, with jazz loops, crisp drums, and rolling bass lines. Recording ran January through September 93. Even with label money, they set up in Five's grandma's basement. She gave Q-Tip a key so he could come and go. It wasn't about big studios. It was comfort, familiarity, and taking the time to get it right. Released November 9th, 1993, production was credited to the group. Even though Q-Tip was the main architect, the label gave them freedom, but the pressure was on to follow a classic and stay ahead in a changing scene. The album features a robotic female tour guide voice between tracks, welcoming you to the Midnight Marauders program. Immersive, playful, and futuristic. The first single, A World Tour, is a global victory lap with that infectious Trugoy hook from De La Soul. Electric Relaxation, released early 94, is one of the smoothest hip-hop tracks ever. That Ronnie Foster sample is hypnotic, with Q-Tip and Five laid back but razor sharp. Five truly came into his own here. No longer the sidekick, but a star with punchy, clever, often hilarious delivery, including the now legendary Funky Diabetic line on A War Tour. And there's Oh My God with Busta Rhymes on the hook, practically yelling through your speakers. The cover is iconic. 71 portraits of rappers and DJs from both coasts. Not just about Tribe, it was a love letter to hip-hop. Remarkably, it came before the coastal beefs that would divide the scene. A symbol of unity. Midnight Marauders hit number 8 on the Billboard 200, went gold quickly and eventually platinum. Critics and fans still adore it. It's early 90s hip-hop at its creative peak. Intelligent, jazzy, streetwise confident. More than 30 years later, it proves hip-hop can be both art and party. What stands out is how Tribe worked like a family. Not cliched stars fighting for credit. Even though Q-Tip did most of the production, he insisted on sharing it as a group. Five even joked he wasn't touching the boards, but that was Tribe's spirit. Collective, humble, and real. A Tribe Called Quest at their best. And for many, Midnight Marauders is the definitive Tribe record. Rolling Stone magazine ranked at number 201 on their 500 greatest albums of all time list in 2020.